What's up, trucker game? Let's just discuss. I'm getting straight to the point. Let's just go ahead and discuss about Nova Lines and their opportunities that they're offering these drivers out here in a lease purchase deal. Um, I went over to Nova Lines um, some part of August, maybe this is September, so it's been almost 2 months. Um, I believe the hype about they grossing 8 grand plus and everything. They got newer trucks. I'm like, okay, everything seems foolproof. You know, um, Everything seems all right. They have the worst dispatchers I have seen, and you know, I had to like beg them to switch my dispatcher and everything. Like me and my dispatcher stayed into it, man. It's just what it was because they tell you it's no forced dispatch. It's forced dispatch. You know what I'm saying? Because they on the load boards finding you a load, and like wherever they find, they feel like it's good. They pretty much want you to take it. You could turn it down. Now, don't get me wrong, because you lease purchase, you could turn it down. Like, I'll turn down some, but they get upset with you. Like any other company, bro. It shouldn't. All this shouldn't be like anything new. Shouldn't be anything new. I'm on with my words of the day. Basically, like I said, I was there almost 2 months. I get there, I got a new 2023 Kenworth. Um, Really nice, next gen. Really nice truck. They have some good trucks now. I'm not going to cap. They have some good trucks, but you have to be there. You have to just be there and like get a good truck, bro. Because they do have some older trucks. That's just what it is. I just got lucky to get a 2023 Kenworth. Um, Another thing that went on, you're not going to make, and this is just me being 100% with y'all. I can show y'all statements. Just comment down below or something after I post this video. Comment down below, man. People need to know that Nova Lines is not who they say they are, and I'm upset about it. And I shouldn't really be upset because it's a lease purchase, but I'm upset about it because they get drivers there and they fuck them over for like a month, and then they fire you. Like, that's just really what's going on right now. I can't speak for uh wherever the other guy from Nova Country, whatever his name is. I can't speak for him. I watched his videos way before I even came to Nova. He was saying that he was making this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. He probably is. I can't guarantee, but my dispatcher told me personally that no one's at the company making $10,000 gross. That's just what it is. He told me, never mind, I'm not even gonna put his name out there, but anyway, he said no one's at the company right now really freaking making $10,000 gross. That's just what it is. So he said from there, everybody's probably in between maybe the eights, what they're promising, maybe eight plus, just depending. Not me, I was stuck at 7, like for 3 weeks, bro. Like, I'm stuck at 7 grand and like 1,200. You're paying $750 for the truck, and you're paying $350 for the trailer, and then you're paying $50 a week for your you're paying $50 a week for your tie down equipment and stuff. So that's just what it is. A week. Now I was paying about 2 grand a week in fixed costs. That's just what it is. I was paying like 2 grand a week in fixed costs. It was 2 grand and some change in fixed costs. That's the nature of the beast. And then they were still taking 20% out on top of that 2 grand after your fixed costs. And then they're taking out fuel, and they're taking out your insurance also. So that it's basically, when it's all said and done, after all your fixed costs, basically fixed costs, it's not including your fuel, but after all your fixed costs, you was looking at about 3 grand, 3,000 and some bucks after all your fixed costs. I mean, think about it. If you grossing $7,000, you know, you left with 4 grand, and they hadn't even took out their 20%. Yeah, you do the math on that. So, it was easier said than done. Let me put it like that. They have some great equipment. They have great stuff. I just don't like that they're treating a lot of drivers like they don't need them. Just the other day, I wish, bro, if I knew the day, 2 days ago, that I was going to quit Nova Lines, I would have recorded it. Man, they had 30 fucking drivers come in there and quit. 30 drivers, bro. I literally just got off the plane today coming from Nova, and I'm making this video for you guys because I'm upset about it, the way they're doing, you know, drivers, period. Not even, you know, just people, just period. I mean, 30 drivers quit because they were stealing fuel surcharge. Like, we never got fuel surcharge the whole time I've been at Nova. I never got it. They're taking it from your drivers. That's just what they was doing. That was one of the reasons I quit. And the second reason I quit, they want to micromanage you when you lease purchase. If you know, I feel like if I'm lease purchasing something, don't micromanage me. You know, that's a big thing, especially safety. Safety there, you know, you gotta submit pictures, you gotta do all this extra stuff along with, you know, submitting you know, your paperwork, and they'll tell you, hey, do this, add this to the load, add that to the load. Who are you to tell me to add something to the load and you never driven a truck? None of the people at Nova Lines have driven trucks. No one. Like, only people that driven trucks is Jim and maybe the CEO, whatever his fucking name is, because he rude too. But Jim is the vice president there. You're gonna see a lot of Jim. You really ain't gonna see the dude, the CEO, bro. You'll see him in office, but he won't speak to you. It's just, I don't know. That's how it is. But it's just a public service announcement. Please don't go to Nova Lines, people, man. They're getting away with highway robbery. They're getting away with highway robbery, man. And like I said, they just had 30 freaking people quit, and that's not even including the 15 people that quit the day I quit. I make 16 of those people. So, you know, every day, probably since I was there, probably Friday, every freaking day, man, someone came in and quit the whole weekend. Everyone's quitting Nova Lines. Nova Lines is a big scam, and that's just what it is. I'm not on the contract anymore with them, so I can say what the fuck I want to say. It's just a big scam. You're not going to make nowhere close to like 8 grand, you know, and that's just what it is. I mean, sorry to tell y'all that due to the pandemic and their high fixed cost, you'll probably be making $1,000, 2 grand, close to 3 maybe, depending. The only reason you're gonna make more than 2 grand, if you make more than 2 grand, that means your fuel has to be $1,200, $2,000 a week, and we know we driving 18-wheelers. It's not really happening like that, because you can't really plan, you know, on that, especially when you're not getting fuel surcharge. You know, that's a big thing with me. Don't steal from me, and I might have busted my butt, you know, for our company and stuff. And, you know, like I said, this is just a public service announcement. This might be part 1 of the Nova Line story, because my phone's going to die in a few, so I don't want it to die and I lose this video. But, you know, comment down below, like, share, subscribe. I just want a public service announcement to be known about Nova Lines. Yeah, please don't go. Don't believe the hype that you're seeing on YouTube. Don't believe the hype, because what's happening is we all do that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just me. We all do that. We go on YouTube, search up a company, listen to reviews. Nova Lines don't have one bad review, so I guess I'll be the first one to tell the truth about it. You know, I'm young. I'm about to be 25 this year. I'm young. I'm trying to, make it out here. And that's just what it is. And I just want to shed some light on the situation that they're not who they say they are. They're going to rip you off at every corner they can, man. And then not just the least. They told me, and that's another part too of why I quit. They told me, hey, you don't have the experience to be a trucker at Nova Lines. So how? I've done flatbed since 2018. How? How I don't have the experience. Oh man, now this is month 2 now. This has just happened yesterday. And what today's date is? Oh. Today's date is the 13th. So it happened yesterday on the 12th. He told me I don't have the experience to come to Nova Line. He couldn't get a verification on me because one of the companies I used to work for shut down. Obvious, that's why I'm looking for a job. They're no longer in service. And the company I worked before them said I never worked there and don't have the experience. So, you know how companies get when you leave them. And I end up suing that company because they didn't pay me. They was a smaller company. So they're never going to admit that I worked there. I mean, I tried to hide it. I'm just being honest. I tried to hide it. They end up finding it. So when they run your background, they going to find your old employers and going to, do a verification, which I knew that. I mean, I didn't know that. I really didn't know that my last employer was going out of business. Just didn't know it. But that's just what happened. And, I don't tolerate stealing. I don't tolerate none of that foolishness that they have going on right now at Nova Line. Times are hard out here for us truckers. And that's just what it is. We all tired. We out here trying to make money, feed our families during the pandemic, during a recession. It's just what it is. They're not looking at it that way. They're looking at the money that they're making. Like I said, for weeks I was stuck at $7,000, people. I'm gonna reiterate that they want to keep you there. They want to keep milking that money off you because the less gross you make, it doesn't matter. You're not making money. They're still making money. I always remember that. They make more money than me in my 2 months. In 2 months, listen people, in 2 months, I might have made $6,000 in 2 months, maybe $6,000 from Nova Lines. They made more than that because I was grossing. One time I grossed 10. The other time I grossed 7. You know what I mean? That's just how it happened. Please, people, don't go to Nova Lines. They're gonna try to scam you. I'm sorry for the shakiness. I'm walking, get my little exercise in, but they're gonna scam you guys. They're gonna have you paying for everything that you're gonna pay for everything, which you're supposed to know they're going to be a lease. I know y'all are gonna say that. Some of the smart people in the comments are gonna say, well, you wouldn't lease. You're supposed to pay for everything. You're correct. But when you don't have discounts, when you don't have fuel discounts, when you don't have fuel surcharge, when you don't have anything like that, then it makes it a little bit more harder than what you initially thought going in. So that's how I'm gonna put it. There's going to be a part 2 of this. Like I said, my phone's finna die. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe below for part 2 of this video. Be on the lookout. Everyone be blessed out there on the road. Everyone bless their families, and everyone get home safely. All right, goodbye, y'all.